One of the biggest challenges as a parent is you come home from a long day at work and you ask your kids, did you get your homework done? And they said, no. And you're like, why can't you just get it done? Why can't you just sit down and do it? Just do it. Well, there's a number of reasons. One is they're tired at the end of the day, and they would much rather do something like hang out with their friends, play video games, play outside, etc. Two, it's hard to get started in terms of that shifting gears. So they've had their whole day of school, and at home, they may not have the structure and environment that gives those environmental cues that this is where you do your homework and this is when you do your homework. So setting up that kind of routine is going to be very helpful for them. Without it, they just come home and they can see the TV or the video games or whatever else that says they'd rather do that instead. A third reason why they struggle is they don't know how to do it. They didn't understand it. And so they sit down to look at it and it goes, I don't understand this. And if you take that on top of, you don't have the structured environment, I'm tired from the school day, I'd rather do something else, that makes it even harder to do it. Now, the last one I think is probably more common than we all realize, and that is the task feels too big. They sit down and they look at it and they don't even know where to start. They have 5 assignments they're supposed to work on, and it just feels like it's going to take them all night long, and they can't even sit down and focus on one or the other. So all of those reasons make homework challenging for a child. What I would recommend is, number 1, set up an environment routine that gives them that signal that this is the time for homework. Number 2, spend a few minutes with them looking at their list of things that they need to get done that day, and help them prioritize and help them get started on each task, and ask them the question of, is there anything more that you need from me to help you get started on this? Do you understand the content? Do you need anything re-taught to you? If it's a larger task, like I have a paper due in 2 weeks, they're not going to get that all done in one night. So you might want to sit, when you do your prioritization, ask them, what are we going to get done tonight on the paper that's due in 2 weeks? So they don't feel like they have to do the whole thing. Perhaps tonight we're just going to come up with the topic and a brief outline. So we've gotten started and we have a starting point. Giving your child the structure, prioritization, and making sure that they're able to get started is going to help them get their homework done so much more easily.